Welcome to Larry's Library. Just a really quick unboxing here to show you guys because I've made a decision. This is an e-reader unboxing. So I have waited until I had time to sit down and shoot this proper. So I finally made a decision. I waffled back and forth for months and the time is here. So let's get this open and reveal what I decided to go with. Terrible packing job. Is that a hint? It should be a hint. Well, it's a hint for where I got it, but you still don't know which one I chose. Because there's a lot of slop in this box. Terrible packaging. And look what's inside. It's the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition. That is what I went with, and I went with Metallic Jade. Let me get this open, and we'll see how pretty it is. Now, despite the poor packaging on the part of Amazon here, I will say that the box itself that it's packaged in is pretty nice. Not a bad unboxing experience there at all. Wrapped in some paper here. And look at the metallic jade finish here. Hopefully this does it justice. But these are on sale right now for their spring sale, and that's what finally pushed me over to go ahead and make a decision. And I went with the Paperwhite Signature Edition. Now, as I've said in some previous videos, and you all have weighed in, I don't approve of very many of Amazon's policies, especially when it comes to ebooks and DRM and all that. But just because I got an Amazon branded reader does not mean I'm going to be buying any ebooks from Amazon. And I will not. And I've stopped doing that completely. So I could still buy from the Kobo Marketplace or other places. And I could strip the DRM out. I'm going to let this thing sync just to... I'm going to let it go online once to get it activated. And then it's going offline, airplane mode, probably for the rest of its time that I'm using it. And I'm going to use Caliber and a USB-C connection and load up my DRM-free books. And that's how I plan to use this thing. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, what if you want to use a library book? Well, if I want to use Libby, yeah, I'll have to let it go online for that. And then I will run the risk of Amazon deleting my side-loaded books. But that's okay because I'm using Caliber. They're backed up on my PC. And, if I want to use the library connection, then I'll know ahead of time that I might have to reload the library from USB after I let it connect and download my library book. So, it's a necessary evil if I want to use Amazon hardware. So that's my decision for now. That doesn't mean this is forever, and I could go Kobo or some other brand in the future. But for now, I think that all of the research I've done and much of the commenters weighing in have sort of supported that research I've done. I think the hardware that Amazon is using here is a little bit more robust and a little bit better build quality than what Kobo is offering. Now, I know some of you are pushing for books and some of the other Android e-readers, and I've thought a lot about those, and I'm not ruling out that one day I won't get something like that. But for me, and what I'm going to use this for, is just reading prose novels. A lot of times I'm I'm reading it at work before I go into work in the morning. I'm in my car. I have a very limited, tight schedule there where I can get some reading done. And I'm afraid if I have an Android device, because I know I have an Android phone, so I already have a distraction, I'm afraid I'm going to be distracted from things. Whereas on a very stripped down e-read only operating system, it's going to be on a device like the Kobo or this Kindle, that's a distraction-free environment for sure. Because there's not a lot you can do there other than read a book, and that's what I want to do with this. That's the whole point of it for me. So that's why I'm kind of shying away from the idea of an Android device. Now, your needs may be different than mine. You may not have that crunch time, and you may not be as easily distracted as I can be. So, an Android e-reader may work perfect for you. So, I could be wrong. And you know what? I could change my mind in the future. I've been known to do that. But this is what I have for now. I am happy to get it. And it's a good deal right now. It's marked way down. It's like $159 for this. They're really what I think is their flagship model. I know the Color Soft arguably is, but I wanted the black and white, which is another reason I went Kindle, because Kobo's flagship right now seems to be the Libra Color. And I really did not want the Kaleido screen. I wanted the crisp black and white. And that's what I've got here. So, wish me luck with it. And thanks for watching. Oh, almost forgot. I got one more thing to unbox. This is the case that I've chosen. This is by KW Mobile. Packaging not too bad on this. Oh, and it looks and feels, I'm happy to report, better in person than what it did on the listing on Amazon. This is faux suede. And it's got a little navigational deal here. Really like the look of it. To me, it looks like an old book, which is kind of what I wanted it to look like. So inside, has a nice sort of, it's not exactly microfiber, but it's really soft material here. I like it a lot. So let's see here. Looks like it just, not a lot to it, snaps in place. Yeah, oh yeah, I like it. So yeah, still a pretty nice, slim, low profile, setup, which is what I wanted. So here is a paperback. Now that's probably maybe not a. This is more of a trade size. Let me get a standard paperback book. Something closer to the standard here. Here's a skinny paperback. Still not bad. I like it. Hopefully I got a defect free screen. So we'll see. Got a lot to do tonight. I got to get up early tomorrow. So, and I want to get this a little minor editing done on this and get it uploaded today. Because when I do an unboxing, one thing about my channel is they're true unboxings. It's real. I'm not staging it. Believe it or not, there's people that do fake unboxings. How insane is that? People will do anything for views. And I'm not that guy. What you see is what you get on this channel. It's all real. The only thing I edit really is when I stammer and stutter and misspeak and get into a coughing fit or something crazy like that, or I stub my toe and I cuss, or whatever crazy stuff that happens that I don't want to waste your time with. I'll edit that out. But they're real unboxings, and so like I said, and when I do an unboxing, I like to get it up the day of. So this is short and sweet. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want to know anything about this case, I could put a link down in the comments if somebody asks me to. I'll link that up for you. Anyway, hope you enjoy taking a look at this. And I will have further e-reader updates where I report how I'm getting along with the new Kindle. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of thing. And I'll see you next time.